Everyone's and everyone's. It is Jessica here. It is day 49, which means tomorrow will be day 50. I'll be halfway through this 100 days of meditation. And I was chatting with someone today, and they've seen some of these videos, and we're saying, they see a few, but, it's really just for me, so they don't, like or comment or do much. And, excuse me. Yes, the number one reason I am doing this, the meditation plus the videos, is for me. It is to get my habit of meditation established, see how I change over this 100 days, see what happens not only with the meditation itself, but in my life overall. And the videos help keep me on task and keep me from skipping one. But the secondary reason I'm doing this, and the reason why the videos are important and why I keep posting them, is I want to help people develop their own meditation practice and to realize that meditation isn't something that's out of reach for them. I know a lot of people, myself included, have started meditation practices and quit for various reasons. It's not working, nothing happens, I don't think I do it right, I can't sit in the right posture, I always fall asleep. Hang on, Doggy would like to come up and say hello. So there's all these excuses for, are you done? All these excuses for why we can't continue our meditation. And I hear it often from my clients and students that because I do what I do, they think that that I've got it all put together, not only with my life, but that would include my meditation practice, that my meditations are always very Zen-like, and I reach enlightenment for the whole time, and that there's never anything wrong. And I want to show you that that's completely inaccurate, that meditation is different day by day, that anybody can do it, that it's not meant to be this perfect enlightened state all the time. It is called a practice for a reason. There's never some point where you reach where you've got it perfect, you've got it figured out, because it's always perfect. It's always what it's meant to be. Whether you reach an enlightened state or feel connected or feel that ooey gooey goodiness, or whether you're completely distracted the whole time, or frustrated or annoyed or antsy, or even falling asleep, or anything in between, all of that is perfect. It is what it is supposed to be. And the benefits of meditation, regardless of what the meditation itself, what happens each time in your meditation, the benefits aren't just that in that time. The benefits reach out into all of your life. And I think the main idea is to take that awareness of the present, the understanding of yourself, and let it bleed out into your everyday life, so that your meditation practice becomes your life. And that doesn't mean you sit every day, all day. It just means you bring that level of awareness and understanding with you throughout the day, which is where I've kind of transitioned to in this 100 days journey. I've been consistent with the hour of meditation. I've had really good ones, I've had really distracted ones, I've had ones where I've fallen asleep, and all sorts of things have happened during the meditation. But I realized that it's time for that awareness to bleed out into the rest of my life. And so this is what I was talking about yesterday, where I've set up the accountability system for me to remove the rest of the distractions throughout my day. And namely for me, that's, videos, Netflix, Amazon Prime, that kind of stuff, so that I can not only create the space during my set aside meditation time, but that I'm creating space in the rest of my day for whatever's trying to emerge to me to be able to emerge. Because if I'm constantly inputting all the time, and this input can be anything. It can be The distractions that I just named that I usually struggle with. It can be food, any of the typical addictions we talk about. But input could also be, the gurus and the people we listen to, the books we read. We're constantly looking outside to find the answer, to find the thing that's going to change our life around. And we keep putting stuff in when in reality the answers come from within. And then we live them in our lives. And so if you're constantly having input come in, what's trying to emerge has no space to come out. And so that's my next step, is creating space in the rest of my day, not just during my meditation time, but creating space in the rest of my day to let out whatever it is trying to get out. The creativity, the awareness, the answers, the love, the compassion, the generosity, whatever it is that's trying to emerge from me has no space right now because I'm filling every moment with something. So in this way, by eliminating some of those distractions for a couple of weeks, I'm going to see what happens and what changes. So yesterday was day 1 where I'm cutting videos out of my day. And there was only really one moment in the evening where that became an issue, where it would kind of be a typical time I would kind of check out and just turn on a video and watch a program or a movie or whatever. And it was an interesting experience. I got a little antsy and I didn't know what to do, and so I listed a bunch of things I could do, and that included work things, it included fun work things, it included kind of to-do task work things, it included cleaning things in the house, it included going for a walk, playing the piano, walking the dog. So it included a range of options of things to do. And in the moment, I was like, I don't want to do any of that stuff. So I ended up just kind of pacing around the house and doing little tiny things just to, I think, keep myself busy, which I became very aware of very quickly. So my next thing will be is if there's a moment where I'm not inspired to do anything, where I'd normally turn on the TV, I'm not going to busy myself with little things, because that is the same kind of deal. It's distracting me from what's trying to come out. So I think when it happens again, I'm just gonna, if I don't know what to do, if I'm not inspired to create or go for a walk, or I don't feel like doing any of that, then I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna sit and see what happens. See if more emotions come up, if I get more agitated, or maybe I get inspired. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But so it's going to be an interesting journey, and for these next 51 days. But I hope you'll stick with me, and I hope you learn from this that this is something you can do for yourself as well. And it doesn't look perfect. It doesn't feel perfect, but it is. And whatever happens, however you feel, however you handle the meditation, that's exactly what it's supposed to be. And if you get 5 minutes in and you're just done, just be done for that day. It's a habit you're developing. It's a practice you're creating. And so it's not about force or making it happen. It's about being who you are in the moment. And then maybe the next day you'll be able to sit 6 minutes or 5.5 minutes. It doesn't matter. Just start to develop the practice. Start to give yourself the space to be instead of constantly doing. So it was a little longer than I thought it was going to be, but that was day 49. Everybody take care, and I'll see you tomorrow for the big day 50.